what it is. I am your main man, Mikey D, aka Stunny Mike, and I'm here to give you a nice little Stunny playthrough. I pointed way up there. Way up there. But I'm here to give you a nice little Stoney playthrough. Before I get into that nice and stony little playthrough, we're going to have to get nice and stony. And also, I got to shut my door. I forgot all about it. I was given time for my cat to decide if she wanted to be in here or not. She chose a different life. So, let us get into this right here. Right here. Complaining women don't allow them into restrooms. I have seen this particular guy, but I haven't seen this video. So I am going to do my best to remain on topic here, because these types of people, they have a tendency of making me drift into newer topics and different things that are really irrelevant. So be sure to roll them up, load them up, and smoke them up, because that time is now. I'm going to go ahead and hit this because I already can tell I'm going to need it. I'm going to need it strongly. Dealing with these types of folks right here, I tend to get heavily annoyed. Heavily. Alright. Let's take a nice deep breath in. Let's inhale this good shit. And never, ever, ever inhale that bullshit there. Here we go. Whew.
Got out, and this neighbor was talking to another neighbor and started pointing out the sign. I knew exactly what she was talking about because there's a big old woman sign. And I'm like, is there a problem? She's like, yeah, you're using the woman's restroom. You're a man. And I said, I'm a trans woman. And she's like, no, you're a man. And she kept saying that over and over. And she kept saying, you're not a she, you're a he. You shouldn't be using it. You were born a man. And just over and over. And honestly, I just lost.
You shouldn't have just lost it. She's telling you a fucking biological fact. Like, you shouldn't just lose it over that. The fact that you say that is clear evidence of you having a very, very hard time grasping your mental illness to the point that you would lash out with violence. That's...
It just lost it and just started screaming and swearing. I just couldn't handle it. This is my home. This is my safe place. I should be able to use the restroom. The apartment manager knows I'm trans. Everyone knows my name is Kaylee. And then my group of friends, I thought my friends were also.
This is one of those places where the bathroom is a shared bathroom, like to an apartment complex. First of all, that in general is disgusting. That should never be a thing, ever. Communal bathroom, like for like a whole entire apartment. Fuck no. Fuck no. Second of all, yeah, this dude should not be allowed at all into a female's bathroom. I don't give a fuck. He could say he's got nothing but good intentions all day long. That's just not acceptable. Not acceptable.
starting to yell at me saying I escalated and because she had 2 kids. I didn't even see the kids. They were there and I just lost it. Fight, flight, or freeze, and I fought. You don't know what it's like to be a trans person. And then my one friend started yelling.
You ain't gonna know what it's like to live if you do that to the wrong person. I got news for you. You're gonna do that to the wrong person. You're gonna let your mental illness get the better judgment of yourself, and you're gonna fucking gonna wish you just didn't do that. Matter of fact, you ain't gonna even get a chance to wish. You literally gonna disappear from this earth if you do that to the wrong person. I'm not saying that to threaten nobody. I'm saying that to warn anybody who has this kind of mentality, like that you could just attack somebody over words. Or you can attack someone over them telling you, hey, look, you can't fucking you're a man. Because you are biologically a man. You even appear as a man. You're not even doing anything to appear as a woman. And if you think growing your hair out long is a sign of I'm female, you're fucking stupid. And you don't need to even be fucking in our society, period, at all. That's somebody who does not need to be in our society if they think, oh, long hair just equates to fucking a female. That's whether they're a fucking trans or just a stupid fucking idiot that thinks that way. I've heard that a lot in my life because I've had long hair the majority of my life. I have a cousin who fucking who's had nothing but long hair. He's an older cousin. I was really inspired by having that look by him. So I, experimented with different long-haired looks all throughout my life. And I would hear so many fucking idiots say, only girls are supposed to have long hair. All throughout my fucking life. Even into, like, adulthood. Fucking people who are supposed to be adults would say stupid shit that fucking little kids would say. That's a stupid way of thinking. I can't stand that way of thinking. And this seems like this is one of those cases where he's like, oh, I can just put on long hair and I can tell everybody I'm a girl. No, you can't. No, the fuck you can't. There's entirely too many fucking things that needs to be done before you're presenting as a female. Okay? This ain't it. There's so much fucking facial hair on all his chins. Like, he's not doing anything. And he can call himself whatever the fuck he wants to. He can say it till he's blue in the face. He's not presenting, period. He's presenting as masculine. He could say he's presenting female. He can wear a dress and he's still presenting as fucking masculine. Because he's not doing anything to fucking... That's how I know these people are different. They don't have gender dysphoria. They have something else. It's a different type of mental illness. All together. And I guarantee you if psychologists were to actually sit down and fucking think about this and try to correct the mistake that they have allowed humanity to make, then I guarantee you that they would fucking figure it out. I guarantee it. They would figure out what's causing that, because that's a different type of dysphoria, or it's not even in the same family as dysphoria. It could be something else that just is very, very close to the same thing, but that shit is not. And this dude is just a fucking loser. I'm just moving on. God damn, he bitches.
So they're single-use bathrooms.
This is still him.
You can see there's the men's.
See?
Here's the woman's. Oh, thank you. As you can see, it's both single-use restrooms. There's only one stall, so they're all the same. So it shouldn't matter what restroom I use, and I should feel safe as a resident here to use the restroom that I identify with. And I'm going to continue to do so, and I'll continue to stand up for myself. A couple things here.
You can say whatever you want and say that you're standing up for yourself, but all you're doing is enabling. Because even if it's not you, you're enabling someone to use the very fucking thing that you're doing to harm a fucking woman. That's what's gonna happen, whether you like it or not. And your comfort should never come before someone's safety. Period. You are fucking safe and fine and dandy. You are a biological male. You can fucking fight. Well, even if it's not even in your mentality to do so, you can do so. And you can harm people. And you're a big dude. You can really do it. And I'm going to keep calling you a dude because that's what the fuck you're presenting as. Fuck trying to fucking go along with that. I can't go along with that. I'm sorry.
Transgender is an adjective. So you don't mind trans people. But I was going to finish that sentence for you. You don't mind trans people until they don't fit into the box that you decide transgender people should fit in. You don't get to.
No, I don't fucking think. I don't like trans people bossing me around. That's the only box that I want them to fit in. The only box that I want a trans person or anybody for that matter to fit in is a box where they don't try to intrude upon my life. They don't try to fucking change the way I am speaking. That's the only box I want. So yeah, you're right. You're right.
To decide what's too far for someone and their body. You get to be respectful or get out. Anybody with a functioning.
Get out of where? Bro, I know you ain't talking. Bro, I know you ain't fucking talking. That's the last thing you need to say.
Uterus can give birth, and not everyone with a uterus is a woman. So not every person who gives birth is a mom or a breastfeeder. Some are birthing people, some are dads, and some are chest feeders.
Hell no, to the no, 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 hell to the no.
Chest feeder? Man, you can go get bent, and you would love it if you did. You sick little fucking bastard. I swear to God, somebody fucking explain to me how the fuck that is even a thing to be even thought up. Chest feeder. That sounds like a fucking something a dude would say to a female who is breastfeeding as like a kind of like a not a slur, but like kind of like a slight against them because they're doing it, you know? Oh, you fucking chest feeder. Like, it don't sound right. Everything that they do, everything that the fucking progressive left does, they always fucking make up these things that just sound really like it's like they're trying to put rainbows and sunshine on really fucked up sounding things. You know what I mean? They want to put rainbows and sunshine on essentially segregation. They want black people to segregate themselves so bad it's unreal. And it reminds me of a lot of the whole Jim Crow era, but like a push towards like the opposite, like reverse psychology in a way. It's very strange, very odd. I'm not the only one who spotted that. Just the other day, I think I heard Ben Shapiro talking about how it seems very odd that they're doing some type of reverse segregation thing, right? Where they want to inspire people to segregate themselves, and that's what it seems like. Their attempt is. It's very, it's very odd. Very odd. I in a way, during my teenage and young adult life, in a way, infiltrated a lot of different groups to learn their ideologies. And there's numerous of different types of belief structures in this country that are fringe ideologies that they don't have enough people believing in them. But even if they're good, they're still like very minute. And a lot of these folks, they come from like offshoots of these fringe ideologies. And man, I don't know how they even get through life. I really don't understand how they get through it.
If that bothers you, I highly suggest some therapy or self-reflection. Because someone living their
Buddy, if you only knew how ironic that is, you say that.
life as best they can impacts you none. And these new inclusive terms still impact you none.
Point like a cactus, I've been a real bitch, you the last one laughing. Yeah, kitty, kitty, yeah, kitty, kitty, yeah, kitty, yeah, kitty, kitty, yeah, kitty, kitty. Yeah, kitty, kitty, yeah, kitty, kitty, yeah, kitty, yeah, kitty, kitty, yeah, kitty, kitty.
Stitch it. Hell no. To the no, no, no. Hell to the no.
Next.
Yes. And tell me you're white without telling me you white.
I'm not afraid that a traffic stop will cost me my life.
Oh wow.
Everyone, a lot of people.
She did that with such gumption too. She was like, "Oh yes, I'm gonna get so many brownie points." Pun intended. So, oh man, at the end of the day, man, all that virtue signaling is doing is telling people, "Hey, look, these people got something up their sleeve." If you're a smart person, you're looking at that shit and you're like, "Yeah, they got something up their sleeve." I still don't know honestly what it is, other than some type of social disruption. So far, that's all it seems like, because people who are liberal are even being bothered by these types of people. These aren't liberal people. These are progressives. These are far leftists. These are all people who don't really care about the American way in any form or fashion. They actually could care less about, any type of American ideology. These are people who want to see it completely destroyed and turned into something flat out fucking stupid. Something that has been done a million times and only millions and millions of people starve to death. That has been the outcome every time, even in modern history. Venezuela is a perfect example of it. So the fact that they're even continuing, it means that it's not somebody who's got their heart in the right place or anything like that. No, it has to do with some malicious intent to destroy modern society. For what reason, I could not begin to understand. It would have to be... Honestly, I feel like it would have to be something that has something to gain over destroying that many people. Right. Anyway.
I've been asking who is considered LGBTQ plus and who's not. So I thought I'd give my definition of it. So I define LGBTQ plus as someone who's one or like...
There sure is a lot of gatekeeping going on in this fucking bullshit. You're not this, you're not that, you can't be this because you're this. You're doing this, you're over here talking about this over here, so you can't be this. Gatekeeping from hell, man. That's all these people know about how to do, is either like virtue signal and gatekeep. That's like the number 2 qualities of an SJW. Those right there. Those are the 2 fucking qualities right there. That's how many that they usually even have. They usually only have one of 2 qualities, or both. And that is virtue signaling and fucking this goddamn bullshit right here, gatekeeping from hell.
like all or some combination of these three things. They're not cisgender, not identifying with the gender they were assumed at birth, so transgender or non-binary, not heterosexual, so they could be gay or bisexual, not attracted to like exclusively people of the opposite gender, or somewhere on the asexual spectrum, so they experience less or no or a different type of sexual attraction.
Oh my God, it's you.
Mm-mm. That's not it, fam. That's not it. That right there, it's mental illness. We've glorified mental illness to the point that people just flat out fucking just get on there and show it off. They don't have no issues and just holding it in. They just like and then you're not supposed to hold anything in. I get it, but if there's no journey in getting, some clarity and realization in your life when it comes to this fucking type of mental illness, man, you're not helping yourself. And you're definitely not helping anybody around you. The people around you are suffering more than you are. At least you're deluded enough to, like, live in your own little fantasy.
You call me baby, maybe. Is that okay? Yeah, it's cool. I like that. Cool. Oh my God, did you call me baby? Maybe. Is that okay? Yeah, it's cool. I like that. Cool.
Well, this is just lovely. I had a neighbor confront me for using the
Wow,
women's
this guy
restroom.
again.
I live.
Wow.
But of course, they just hear what they want to hear and leave their hateful little comments. So many people say, well, what about the woman's rights and feelings and the children's feelings? They weren't even going to use the restroom. Again, these were single-use restrooms. And your women and children are safe because I don't use the woman's restroom. And my apartment building is probably about the only place that I do because I feel safe, because it's single use, it's in my apartment, and I'm allowed to use the women's restroom. And I'm allowed to use the women's restroom anywhere I go because I'm a trans woman, but I don't because of safety. You would be surprised how many...
Wait, what? Wait, you just contradicted the fuck out of yourself. You're saying that you're gonna continue to use it, especially in the last one. You kept saying you were gonna continue to fucking stand up for yourself and use the bathroom that you feel comfortable in using. And now you're saying you don't do it because of safety? Shut the fuck up, you lying fat fuck. You fucking weird fucking piece of shit. You got all this fucking fat cells on your brain. You can't even think correctly, you goddamn goober head. Jesus Christ.
Threats of violence, threats of death.
No. You're angering. Like your very existence is angering. Like you're not even fucking making any sense. No wonder people are threatening you with violence. You're fucking contradicting the fuck out of everything you say. Like I don't know if he meant to say something else or what, but fucking that's
that I got, and how many people that defended those comments. I even made a video and got so much hate on it. It's disgusting to be reminded of how many hateful, ignorant people there are in this world that just don't give a damn.
Dumb cunt!
Keeping me out of the women's restroom and other trans people will not keep any woman or child safe. A predator is going to do it no matter what.
Yet again, you're not understanding. So let me break it down for you. Enabling a slippery slope of a man dressing as a woman to go into a woman's restroom is just opening the door for that to happen. Yes, of course it's going to happen if it if they want it to happen. That's a damn sure giveaway. But if you are allowing it on a daily basis and it's just becoming normal, nobody's going to fucking bat an eye when they look over and they see, you know what I mean? Nobody's going to bat no eye seeing a dude go into a woman's restroom because they're going to automatically assume they're identifying as this or that. Instead of, oh my God, that could be a predator. You see what I'm saying? You take away a lot of the ability to spot predators when you allow this mister right here to go into the bathroom. Female's bathroom. Like, it just does not play out well.
And I've seen women on here, trans women, who do pass, where you all say the same thing. You're not a woman. You're a biological male. The same shit. So whether I have the beard or not is regardless. And I've also had people say, well, if it's a single-use bathroom, why don't you just use the men's restroom? Because imagine living in a world where you don't feel safe. And the one place that you feel safe and can be your true self, like, it's not going to hurt anybody that I use that bathroom. Only thing it'll do, it'll lift me up and be able to feel like I can be safe and do what I want to do. Most of the time I can't. Imagine living a life like that. I'm not just denied where I go shit. I'm denied by who I am inside.
Oh my
period.
God. You need a lot of affirmation, and is what you're saying, and you also need some fucking mental help, is what I'm saying. Me watching my student practice TikTok dances, praying they never find my account.
Is this attack? I have lived in fear of him, and for a long time I tried to dismiss his actions towards me as a twisted form of love. Now that he no longer has any power over me, I have come to understand that the immense mental hold he held over me was incredibly damaging on many levels. His abuse traumatized me to the point where for months I wasn't able to stop crying. I couldn't sleep or I'd have night terrors. I was constantly emotionally distressed and I lost interest in living. I couldn't comprehend and overcome what he had done to me. Over the years since the assault, on many occasions the invasive flashbacks were so excruciating that they made me feel there was no way out but to take my own life.
Murders a black man.
I have no idea what that is about. I don't even know who Armie Hammer is. Because I'm not into that shit, whatever it was. But, do with that, so I'm not even speaking.
So here we go again, another white cop murders a black man. This time they show up at the scene. This guy is sitting in his stopped car. They declare that he looks intoxicated. Remove him from the car.
Sorry, you look like a fucking cartoon. You look like somebody straight out of a fucking Pixar cartoon. I'm not even lying. This dude looks dead ass like oh Baba Booey.
Baba Booey.
Oh man.
Say he began resisting, that he was in a medical condition. So what do? They handcuffed him, put him on the ground, and then put a knee in the back of his neck for 5 to 10 minutes as he begged and pleaded that he couldn't breathe. His nose was bleeding, and he eventually died right there while somebody was filming it. So when people want to scream and cry that white privilege doesn't exist, here's my example of where white privilege exists quite heavily. I can walk down the street, have an encounter with a cop, maybe intoxicated, But me being white, I know that won't happen to me.
So you're full of shit. You're probably privileged as fuck because you live in a fucking privileged ass neighborhood. That's what it boils down to. Because I'm white and I come from a neighborhood where I could not so much as even look like I was under the influence, or I was going to be pressed against the fucking wall. Like, and that's not even how procedure's supposed to go. They're supposed to actually just detain you and shit. They're not supposed to push you against the wall, but they would do that to me. It's all about what fucking area you're growing up in, and you're actually in. Not even growing up, but just where you're at. Where you're at in general. I've noticed that since I moved over here onto the West Coast, certain areas that I go to, I do have what's called white privilege. It's not white privilege. They automatically assume that I'm fucking super fucking rich, you know? So that's the that's the reason why that's a thing. It exists in certain places. It's situational areas that do that. And I think that's the only reason why people have that in their mind. And people like this continue to perpetuate it, not understanding that they are the ones who are benefiting off of this whole privilege thing. They are the ones who are completely continuing it and benefiting off of it. And he can sit here with this smug ass cartoon looking face all day long. But that is not gonna fucking change the fact that there is no such thing as white privilege. There's a thing as privilege. And it exists everywhere. Just certain people get it in certain places and certain people don't get it. I'm from a place where I wasn't going to get it. I wasn't going to get a goddamn bit of it. Just like Theo Vaughn said, man. I must have missed that. And it's true. And that you can fucking sit there and say that, oh, well, that's just, because, this. No, it's because it don't exist. Acknowledge it and move the fuck on so that way you can be a happier person and quit fucking trying to fucking segregate the shit out of us humans. Cause goddamn, it's only the people who can't fucking move past that shit is the people who are fucking making problems. I'd like to fucking have anybody actually show me a fucking true blue, like, racist. Somebody who wants to lynch someone, whatnot, do all that crazy shit. Show me what those people, show me where one is. Show me where one is. Like, there is not really any one of them that is out here blatantly talking. Because they're scared as fuck. Those people are just as scared as the fucking dumbass little SJWs that fucking make themselves into victims.
Black people don't have that luxury. That's white privilege.
The N-word is just as bad as the word cracker, and I'm going to explain to you why.
Alright, I'm not going to do the obvious and say the John Mulaney joke, because many of other creators have said that, many other people in the comments are saying that. I decided, fuck it, I'll watch your whole video, so I did. I get your sentiment. I think you're approaching this with good faith. I just think you're a little bit ignorant about this. So you demonstrate the weight behind the N-word, and obviously the weight behind cracker as well. But what makes the N-word worse is that the weight is of an oppressing class to an oppressed class. Calling someone a cracker is calling out an oppressive class. Or it's calling someone an...
This is the same kind of person who would actually want the entire Spanish-speaking populations to change the word Negro because it was also used to call black people. But even, yeah. I really don't like this. These types of people, they argue this. Oh well, this is better, worse than this. This is worse than this. No, nothing's worse than worse. If you have horrible intent behind any word, you're just making it a shitty fucking word. Period. Doesn't matter what the. It's just like words, guns, whatever it is that people are using. Okay. Whether it's for physical or mental abuse, if the intent is there, that's what makes it bad. Okay? Bad intent is what makes anything bad. A word alone cannot be bad. A word alone cannot have any kind of negativity to it unless there is bad intent involved inside of it. There has to be some type of. So I can say cracker all day long and then not be a bad word. You know what I mean? Like it's really the intent. Now, if you use it in the same intent that somebody would use the N word with a hard R, you damn sure believe that is just the same. That is just the fucking same. And you can say it's ignorant all you want. Like, those are fighting words. You better be prepared to defend yourself over it. Because that's stupid. That's fucking ignorant. To try to just shut someone down by saying, "Oh, but I think you're ignorant to this," even though you were just trying. Like, I hate this. I hate how they do that. I can see. I can acknowledge it. It's hate where I'm coming from. They can't acknowledge their hate. This is my hate right here. People who do this stupid shit right here. They fucking come at you with this like nonchalant fucking like there's so much anger, but yet they're afraid because they know damn well you'll punch their fucking face in. They're scared to death. I can't fucking stand people like that. I really fucking can't. they're the most kind of people. You know what I'm saying? Like they're garbage. Essentially, they need to be thrown the fuck away. Like, society would thrive without people doing and saying the worst type of things just to fucking be spiteful towards another person. And, it's like, it would be one thing if they just wanted to make jokes at the other person's expense because they don't like what they're saying. Because that's just jokes. But they don't want to do that. They want to try to get into some type of intellectual debate with you, but they don't actually debate you. They fucking do this weird whiny baby shit where like, I just saw this other video not too long ago. They attacked some pro-lifer and essentially made them leave. Made the school made those people leave, all because these little whiny babies was like, "No, you leave first." That's essentially what they did. They all fucking simultaneously, like a fucking weird hive-minded little creature, fucking decided to scream out that shit. These are the most repulsive, disgusting human beings on earth. And we are desperately in need of a flood. I will build the fucking ark. I don't care. Dear God, send the flood. And I'm going to be real with you. I do have hatred for that. And the only reason why there's hatred for these people is because they are destroying our fucking society. They don't have peaceful ideology. They have nothing but violent ideology. And there's I'm tired of just waiting around for them to fucking destroy everything that I know as normality. I'm sick and tired of it. And I'm pretty sure everyone else is. And I've heard it from Democrats, I've heard it from Republicans, heard it from every fucking normal American that just thinks, hey, we're American. We got to, stick to our Constitution, et cetera, et cetera. Every person who is down for that has been cool with the ideas and the statements that I have said. Those are people who are just they know, you know what I mean? they know that the only way that our society will ever get better is if these people who are constantly pushing for this weird, it's not just Marxism, it's like a hybridization of Marxism and fascism. It is a very strange ideology that is almost as redundant as the idea that you can be an anarchist and a communist all at the same time. It's oxymoronic. That's a thing. Yeah. If you know what an anarchist is, not someone who's causing chaos, that's a very dumb definition that people who don't understand anarchy has tried to put to it. That's not what an anarchist is. An anarchist is a person who still totally believes in rules, just doesn't believe in rulers. Like the state itself must um, be limited and or non-existent for an anarchist to be happy. Um, I am somewhat of an anarchist. I believe the state should be very small. The amount of government power should be very, very small. Very small. But yeah, that's me. And I can peacefully agree to disagree with everyone else and move on, just like every other red-blooded American can too. The only people who can't, the only people who are in a fucking frenzy and are destroying entire cities are the radical left, progressive leftists. That's the only people who are just incapable of doing that, and something's got to give. They either got to acknowledge that they are on a destructive path, or we all, as a collective whole, from the Republican side to the Democrat side to the Libertarian side to the anarchist side, we're all going to have to realize, hey, look, those people are a threat to our American way. Those people destroying and slowly degrading everything that we hold dear. Everything that everybody in America holds dear. If you love just going to be able to go down to the fucking movies and sit in there and watch something without the fear of some crazy fucking nut job running in there and shooting up the place, you know, that has nothing to do with legal gun ownership. There's no reason to go after legal gun owners for that. Go after the crazy fucks that have been glorifying fucking mental illness for the past fucking 15 years. That's who you go after. Go after the people, the politicians who have been radicalizing our own government against people. against everyday citizens. Every American on this in this planet, like, and I mean people who are abroad but were born here. You still got to say, every fucking American needs to start fucking saying something about that. Because if you hold your ability to just do things in life in general, as a whole, like you've grown up fucking knowing, and you hold it dear, you would fucking be calling out every ounce of this, because everything they've pushed for has been a open door, more and more and more and more of your rights to be taken away, from freedom of speech to your freedom of protection. Before long, they are going to pretty much institute rape upon you. They're going to pretty much, before long, institute a female has to have sex, be able to have sex with a female turned male, and vice versa. They're going to enforce that upon you, or it's going to be considered a hate crime on your part. There's places that are pushing for shit like this. That's not no joke. It sounds like one. It sounds like some kind of like wild ass fucking shit some magatard would came up with. But that's something that's really being pushed for. Slowly but surely, it's working its way there. Canada's already close to it. You fuck up over in Canada, you in trouble. You can't call somebody anything over in Canada that ain't what they want to be called. And if they're gender fluid, boy, you fucked out of your mind, because, man, they're going to be like, well, guess what? Today I don't feel like a boy. I feel like a girl. And you're fucked. You are fucked. And I'm telling you, that shit, that gets me boiling, man. My anger's over 9,000 right now.
It's over 9,000!
I'm telling you, man, I get that shit gets me boiling, because at the end of the day, that seems like some type of sociopath's way of fucking with you, of just breaking your mental stability down. That's what that seems like. It does not seem like somebody who's trying to be themselves or anything, because if that was somebody just trying to be themselves, they wouldn't need everybody in the fucking world to affirm it. They already affirmed it themselves. No, this is somebody who wants to fuck with people. They are a sociopath. And the only thing that you can do to help yourself against sociopaths is fucking ostracize the fuck out of these people. Make it to where they are not socially accepted anymore. Because that's the only thing that can help against sociopathic people. Ostracization. We gotta ignore these motherfuckers, and because I don't want to do anything violent to them. I mean, sociopaths are usually fucking cowards anyway. They usually don't do shit that's violent. They're not psychopathic. They're sociopathic. They have to do shit that's sly and, cutthroat, behind the door kind of shit. I mean, but if they prove to be a threat, that you have to handle them how you have to handle them. But my point is, these people, we have to start calling it out for what it is. They're fucking Looney Tunes. I get crazy about that shit. I really do. I honestly, I get really fucking crazy about that. I usually am a bit calm about shit, but when it comes to that, because you see where it's heading. It already has like a arrow pointing exactly where it's heading. Okay, that's how obvious all this shit is. And once it gets there, you're like, see, I told you. And it could have all been avoided if you just were chill as fucking, didn't want to do this and didn't want to do that. But no. See, and that's, I hate feeling like, I hate being in those situations. I really do. I can't stand it. Because it happens too much. I'll tell people because there's something that's obvious. Like, that's going to happen. Sure as shit it does. And it's like, fuck, I hate being right. I can't stand it. Especially when it's about something that you don't want to be right about. You would rather be wrong. You'd rather be really wrong. Damn. Huh. Here we go. I just realized something. Okay, I fixed it. And I just want to, you know, right now, take the moment to thank the fuck out of fucking Charlie from Penguins or whatever. However you want to know him as. Went by so many different fucking names. Because he was advertising Opera GX, the browser. That's now my favorite browser. That is probably the best browser ever. I fucking love it. That's a free advertisement for Opera right there. But in my opinion, it is just fucking amazing. You hear it? That was one of the little sound effects that it has for this little theme. It's got a browser mod, so it's like all themed up like Pokemon and shit. It's got Gengar as a background because Gengar is the shit. I mean, it really is. Gengar is the fucking absolute shit. Shit. Yes. Intense.
God damn. Jesus. Right. That was intense. I shouldn't have done it. I did. I swished together a lot more than I normally do. You just saying that.
Ghost wanted some answers. Wasn't happy when I gave him 6 frags taped to a stick. Still say it would have worked.
Have a pound of flesh. Proof of death off your last bounty.
I'm looking for work.
This is a big one. We're moving against the gunners at GNN. Come back to the briefing.
Fire mission.
Excuse me.
Are you ready for the briefing?
Yes, sir.
I finished going over the files you got from the gunners. It appears they are operating out of the old GNN TV broadcasting studio. The old world technology would allow them to send messages to the field. They might even have two-way comms. The gunner's top man, Captain West, is located at GNN. He's a high-value target and should be eliminated. I put in a request with command for additional support. The higher-ups are still mulling it over. We need to move now on this before the gunners clue in. We will make do. Noble is going to be calling in a missile strike. Soften up the area for you. Once the fire mission is over, sweep and clear the building, look for any additional intel. Find the broadcasting equipment. It's not big enough to level a stone building like GNN, but it should fuck up that broadcasting equipment. Don't forget to grab your POD from West before you set it off. Be pretty hard to bring him in when he's missed. In addition, Lieutenant Cruz and Sergeant Ryder are on site. They are both on the HVT list. Put them down. Good hunting.
Ja som Vlad. Hovorím slovensky, ale títo kurevníci si myslia, že to je ruština. Trochu po anglicky viem.
Yeah, come with me, you commie bastard.
Trak, tejto.
Yeah, you're a potato, come on. Yeah, you're a potato.
To je balo v Roxbury. Michaels povedal, že bude... Poď, vezme.
Aha. Thanks to me, yes.
Jasná vec. Myslím, že na spodu sú nejaké náboje.
Now I got a fucking actual fucking team of folks, man. We ain't gonna fucking... We ain't playing around.
Engaging.
Starting to have fun.
I got a good feeling about this.
That truck. Not truck.
Hi.
You ready to start the party?
Yes.
Noble to Ghost Actual. Add observation point. Call for fire mission.
Ghost Actual. Go ahead.
Tango's confirmed. Splash pad clear of friendlies and civilians. Over.
Ghost Actual. Noble. Call the shots.
Report. Splash point. Alpha 0. Deck. 3 technical. 5 soft targets. Splash point. Beta. Elevation. 30. Mics. 1 technical. 4 soft targets. Splash point. Charlie. Elevation. 50 mics. 5 soft targets. Over. Hard copy. 2-click bracketing grid. Lima. 5 to grid mic. 5. Send first splash. Over.
Splash out. Splash over.
Send second splash. 2K grid. Mic 5. Over.
Splash out. Splash over.
Drop O 500 mic. Fire for effect. Alpha to Charlie. Left to right. Over.
Splash out.
God, beautiful. Ah, look at it. Would you just look at it?
Ghost Actual. Splash over. That's all we got, boys. Go mop up the living. Fire mission over.
Let's get moving.
That gets spotted.
Ghost Actual. Splash over. That's all we got, boys. Go mop up the living. Fire mission over.
What I did though. Yeah. Oh, come on. I'm not bound down, come on. crazy? I'm not gonna give you better now. Alright now, then when I killed everybody. Oh no, even fucking stuck around there.
Ghost actual. Splash over.
Yes, sir.
Hard copy, Ghost. Don't think there's much after that show. You really hit them hard. We are Oscar Mike to Golf Papa. Over and out. Let's go, VD. Time to show them what happens when you kill one of our own.
No cruise. No, get in here. I need at least one of you motherfuckers. Watch them all pop up in here. Reaper just chilling out there. Grady, where you at? Grady on the lab or fucking in my ass.
Just heard something. Who's there? Hope it's a death claw.
Fuck you.
Couldn't tell the difference. Oh fuck, what? My bad. I saw a big dude over here, I thought you were somebody else. Maybe. Crazy. I need to take the HUD thing off. Cause man, it's not doing me any good.
Look down, I need help.
This place was
What time you guys got here? Gosh, you gotta be more alright.
Engaging. Taking fire.
don't get it.
Wondering what their story was. God. I hate these MREs. Worried about now.
They still tell me I killed Captain West, like I didn't kill, and I didn't see him either, so it's almost like it didn't happen. Fuck. I have to do a whole bunch of shame. Stuck in the wall. That sucks. No, this is downloaded mission. It's called Galactic. It's basically Mandalorians, but Fallout versions of them. But it's a little buggy, as you can see, because it's saying Wes is supposed to be here, but he's not at all. I might have to reload it. I think it's fucking. I'll just speedrun this shit.
I need to ask you something.
You ready to start the party?
Yes.
Novel to Ghost Actual. At observation point. Call for fire mission.
Ghost Actual. Go ahead.
Tango's confirmed. Splash pad clear of friendlies and civilians. Over.
Hey, you got a sec?
You ready to start the party?
Guess I'm just gonna do this.
You ready to start the party?
Yes.
Novel to Ghost Actual. At observation point. Call for fire mission.
Ghost Actual. Go ahead.
Tango's confirmed. Splash pad clear of friendlies and civilians. Over.
Ghost Actual. Noble. Call the shots.
Report. Splash point. Alpha 0. Deck. 3 technical. 5 soft targets. Splash point. Beta. Elevation. 30. Mics. 1 technical. 4 soft targets. Splash point. Charlie. Elevation. 50 mics. 5 soft targets. Over. Hard copy. 2-click bracketing grid. Lima. 5 to grid mic. 5. Send first splash. Over.
Splash out. Splash over.
Send second splash. 2K grid. Mic 5. Over.
Target spotted.
Excuse me.
You ready to start the party?
Oh my god, are you fucking with me right now?
Ghost Actual. Add observation point. Call for fire mission.
It's fucking...
Ghost Actual. Go ahead.
Oh my god. It's... The fucking mission's all fucking buggy. I might have to go and look and see what's up with their... Oh. That should have been a fucking headshot. I have to check something else out. I'm gonna actually end it right here. I'm gonna go and look at their website and see, because they have a website. I'm gonna go and look and see what's up with it. See if this has happened before. Before I go though, I'm gonna...
You ready to start the party?
You mean I didn't give myself... I can't believe I did. I thought I already gave myself a shot. Yo, dude, stop your shit.
Yes.
Noble to Ghost Actual. Add observation point. Call for fire mission. Ghost Actual. You ready to start the party?
Oh my god. You ready to start the party? Alright, I'm gonna quit. You folks have a good one. I've gotta figure out what the fuck's going on with this dodo bird of a fucking... It's a very good mod. But something is conflicting with it right now, and I gotta figure out what it is. Hers.